Hello, and welcome to part 2 of our first ever cruise experience together. So excited to take you on this next part. If you watched our last video, which is part 1 of our cruise experience, you would know that we're sitting in the same exact spot where we finished the last video, which means that today is our full day on the ship, like being at sea, while we're heading to our next destination. And we're really excited about like the next 2 places we're going, which is like the next 4 days, basically. If you haven't watched part 1, make sure you go back and do that. So we kind of explain the reason why we're on this cruise, how we got to being on this cruise. We're actually on this cruise with Virgin Voyages, and we already went to 2 destinations, so make sure you go watch that video to kind of get the full context of what's going on. But since this is part 2, we're going to start this video now. And like Gabby said, this is our first full day at sea, because basically every other place we went to, we just like sailed at night and then we woke up there like in the morning. But today we're sailing all day, and I think at night gonna end up in our next destination. We're excited, and it's obviously our first time spending like the whole entire day on the ship. I think also there's so many like activities going on today on the ship because we're at sea all day, literally. We tried to like go do bingo this morning, but then it was like $45 for like a full ticket set, and Shanna and I were like, no. Oh, hell no. So we're not paying for that. So we were like, no bingo, but we found some other like activities during the day that don't seem like you have to pay, because there's lots of free activities. Like most of the activities are free, but like certain things that are like centered around eating or drinking, or in this case, bingo, are not free. Yeah, so that's one thing about this ship, is that there's always things going on. So like if you want to get out and explore at the destination you're at, you can do that. Or if you want to stay in the ship, there's like a lot of stuff going on. So it really just depends on like your activity level or like your mood or like what you feel like doing. Yeah, there's even like really cool casino, arcade, game area, like multiple restaurants and multiple bars like on the boat. There's so much stuff. 2 pools. There's even board games. We've been playing board games like a few nights. I actually don't think we ever filmed that. Maybe we'll film that in this part of the video.
No, but we love doing that.
We love doing that because we love playing board games at home, so that's super fun.
We've been playing Splendor. They have that on the boat. That's a game that Shanna and I love, so if you've never played that before,
and you're like a board game person.
If you're a board game person, because you do have to learn it, but once you learn it, it's so fun.
So today, I think we're just going to be walking around the ship, seeing what there is to do. I think there's a drag show later that we want to go to that we're definitely going to film, because we love drag shows. We love supporting our community. So we're going to do that. And then I think at night we're going to end up in our destination for the next day, which is Mallorca.
Excited! We've been dying to go to Mallorca forever, because obviously it's beautiful, but also we watch Love Island, and if you watch Love Island UK, you know that they're in Mallorca, so that has always been a dream for Shanna and I to go to.
Because we love Love Island UK. That's like, I mean, if you watch our vlogs, then you just know we love Love Island, because we always talk about it in our vlogs. But if it's like, no, if you don't watch our vlogs, then you wouldn't know that. So we're going to be in Mallorca, vlogs, and obviously. We're so excited.
Also, there is a lot of like nightlife on the boat, like parties and clubs and things like that. We haven't really done anything like that yet, but I think we will towards the end of this trip, because there's some like funner parties and things that
are more our speed.
That are more our speed, exactly.
Okay, so our boat docked in Mallorca, and we were allowed to get off the ship. We actually weren't sure if we were going to be able to get off, because we like don't really know the rules of cruise ships, because we like don't do them.
We're not cruise people. We haven't really done cruises. We don't know. So all day we kind of like, we saw a drag show, we relaxed, and then it was like hitting the time where we were docking, and we were like, are they going to let us go or are they not? And we did not have hope that they would, but they did. So as you can tell, we already are in Palma de Mallorca already.
So we are just walking around exploring. We're just gonna probably like get dinner here and like not try and see like too much, because we have like basically almost the entire day tomorrow.
Yeah, but you know us, we're going to see some things before we get dinner. That's just how we are. We want to like walk around, see what we can see, and it's nice to be here like at night.
And Mallorca's like a really, really big island, so I don't know how much of it in total we're gonna see, but we are here for like 2 days, so we should be able to see some good stuff while we're here.
Excited.
Okay, so we walked to this really big cathedral behind us. It is called the Cathedral of Mallorca.
And as you can tell, it is sunset right now, basically.
Yeah, it's basically sunset right now, so light is super pretty, and there's lots of people up there, but it's really, really beautiful. We can actually see this from the balcony of our ship, so we'll show you tomorrow morning that we can see it from our
like what the
balcony.
View is. But we're like on the castle walls right now. It's like kind of like, it's
not a castle, but it feels like a castle.
Are like castle walls, so it's really pretty.
And also this cathedral is like right on the water, so I feel like it was some sort of like defense
tactic. I don't know, that's just my guess.
Yeah,
we don't know for sure.
It's gorgeous though. It has amazing views because one way you see this cathedral and the other way it's like water.
So pretty. So we're gonna walk towards these palm trees in the distance because this town is called Palma after all.
And there's many palm trees.
Many palm trees.
So many palm trees.
So we were told by a lot of our friends that there are lots of cats in Mallorca, and you know that we are totally cat people.
Yeah, and there are. We finally found a bunch of cats, but it's so nice. There's like so many cat houses for them and they're being so well taken care of.
Yeah, actually over there, it looks like there's like a sign. I'm gonna try and zoom in, but it's like a sign that if you like want to adopt them or something, like they're taking care of them, I guess, but if you contact them, you can adopt them, which is really, really nice.
So sweet. You're so adoptable.
And also this one's ear is clipped, which we know from being obsessed with street cats that they spay, neuter, and release them back into the wild. So that's great.
Morning 2 in Mallorca.
So it is the next day now, and we are going back into Mallorca. Like this time, instead of going to Palma, we're gonna try and go to a beach. And we researched like a bunch of beaches, and a lot of them seem kind of far away because, like we said earlier in this video, Mallorca is like a really, really big island.
Like it's huge.
Like some of the beaches that we wanted to go to that we researched are like 2 hours from where we are.
Yeah, you could spend like a whole entire like 11 days going all around Mallorca, which is probably something that I think we're gonna want to do in the future because just like the experience we've had of it so far, we love. So we're like, we'll be back.
So I think we're gonna go to a beach that seems like it's only like 30 to 40 minutes away from the city center of Palma, because that's where our boat is docked, is like near Palma, so it's just easier to do that. So we are gonna go do that, hopefully, and then go back into Palma for like the end of the day and like maybe get some lunch or something, because then our boat leaves here at like 5, I think, so we have to be back on the boat around like 4 o'clock.
Yeah, and we're like on the pier, so it's like a little bit of a walk to get over here. It's not that bad, but it's just like we want to give ourselves a little extra time.
You need some time, yeah. So that is our plan for the day, and we are going to go start exploring and going to a beach. Okay, so if you can't tell, we are not at the beach. And that's because we did actually go to a beach, but it ended up like not being like a beach that we really liked. So then we just decided so then we just decided to like come back to Palma and just continue exploring around here.
Yeah, because in the end, the beach that we went to wasn't that far because we tried to go to a further beach, but immediately realized that it was expensive.
It was like a $100 Uber.
Yeah, and we weren't gonna have enough time today because it's like a shorter day like here in Mallorca, and we kind of like leave on the boat a little bit early today. So we just went to a different beach, but then it was like kind of disappointing. So then we were like, let's just go into the city.
Yeah,
that was better. Let's go and just like explore more. That'll be more fun.
But anyway, so now we're just walking around again and seeing if we can just like find anything different that we didn't see already. Okay, so after a whole day of travel fails, we just decided to come to this little village area that we had seen online. It's like supposed to be really cute, called Valdemosa, and it is so cute here.
Yeah, it does not disappoint, which is great because all morning we tried to do different things and they just were not working out, and then we were like, okay, this is our last ditch effort to go do something that we actually like and want to do, and thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Trust your gut, people.
Trust your gut. So this is the little village, and we're going to be exploring for as long as we can until we have to head back to the ship. So we've been walking around Valdemosa and we keep noticing these little plaques for this saint, Santa Caterina, and I believe from my research that she is a saint that is from here, so they're very proud of that. So one of the things that Valdemosa is known for, besides Santa Catalina, is also the composer Chopin. Probably pronouncing his name wrong, but he's Chopin. Okay. But he's like a piano composer, and apparently he lived here for a year and composed some stuff while he was here. So there's a lot of like Chopin things here. This whole area is apparently where Chopin lived when he lived in Mallorca, and that's the house that he lived in, which is now a museum that you can pay to go into. And I guess this is also the gardens of the house, because there's a big statue of him.
I mean, it's really beautiful. Like, if I lived in this kind of mansion, maybe I'd be composing too. I mean, I could see how he was inspired.
Okay, so since there was not that much else to do in this town, We decided to go to the Chopin Museum.
Yeah, we decided why not. The entrance ticket was really cheap. It was €5 per person, and we're like, we're here.
Yeah.
So let's go. We kind of like already walked the whole entire town. Don't ask me how we did that, but
It's really small.
So
That's how we did it. He did it by candlelight.
What a time. 1830s. What a time to be alive.
So, if you can't tell, we are back on the cruise ship, and we are now just finished getting ready for this party that's on the ship tonight called Scarlet Knight.
Yeah, I would say we don't really like 100% know what it is, but we've heard from our friend Callum that it's really fun. Everybody like dresses up in red, so
Because that's like the Virgin colors are red.
We thrifted some shirts when we were in France, and we're wearing them, so we have red, because that's the only thing. We don't own any red, literally. But anyway, super cute, and I guess we're going to see what's happening on the ship tonight.
Yeah, it's supposed to be really fun, like a bunch of different, like, Scarlet Knight events are like going on, and like Gabby said, we don't really know what to expect or like what exactly it is. We just know that's like a ship-wide party tonight.
We got bedazzled.
And now we're sitting on the back of the boat watching the sunset.
Yes, right before Scarlet Knight officially starts, but we thought we've been trying to come out here for like the last few days to see sunset, and something always gets in our way, but not tonight.
Obviously not yesterday.
It's obviously not yesterday. So it is the next day now. We basically just spent all day like up like on the pool deck, like lounging, taking in some sun, just like relaxing, because today was like a sea day basically where you're like at sea all day.
Yeah, and since we already had done one of those, we were like, we just want to chill, we just want to get some sun and like relax. We also did a little bit of like editing from the pool deck, but that was like the 1 hour of not relaxing, I guess.
So we have finally made it to Ibiza, and we are actually allowed to leave the ship now, so we're gonna go downstairs and like leave from the ship. But we're super excited because we have both never been to Ibiza, and we've always wanted to come here, and we've heard lots of like mixed things. That's like, one, it's like really party but also like really beautiful. I'm like, we're not party people, so I guess we'll see how we feel.
We'll see. We feel like we also want to like experience the nightlife a little bit since we're just here for one night.
And it's known for that.
It's known for that. Maybe not like party, but definitely kind of go out. So we dressed a little like extra.
A little nicer than
cute.
Our usual selves, I guess you could say.
Even though I'm still carrying a backpack and wearing Converse, so I mean, just to say.
But speaking of party, last night, you would have already seen like all the stuff from Scarlet Knight, but that was so fun. It was basically like a party that happened across the entire ship, like all levels of the ship, like all night. It was like one of the best like parties we've ever been to.
Yeah, it was really fun, really incredible. It also felt so immersive. Like no matter your like level of activity, you could be like sat somewhere and like dancers would come and like dance, and they had like karaoke. There was just like so many different things happening all at once that it was really, really fun. And the night ended with like everybody going up to the roof. And I mean like everybody, the whole entire ship. And people were like jumping in the pool. Some people were watching. It was really fun. It was just like such a cool themed night, I feel like.
Yeah, we absolutely loved it. We had the best time. And if you've ever been on a Virgin cruise before, I think they do it on all their ships, so you might already know what we're talking about. But if you didn't, hopefully you got like a really good glimpse of what it's actually like, and then maybe you'll actually want to come on a cruise and experience that party, because that was like something we've never done before. All right, so we're going to head down and go to Ibiza now. Okay, so it's super sunny right now. But
I can barely see.
I'm gonna try and put the camera literally in the direct sun so it blocks us. But we walked maybe about 10 minutes, and we found this area called Dalt Villa, which is in the old town of Ibiza, and it was like this like fortified kind of like castle looking thing.
Yeah, it's really nice, and there's a bunch of cute like little like bars and things in here. I feel like we're gonna go explore a little more, but we just wanted to show you since we just got here.
Yeah, apparently Dalt Villa translates to like upper town, and it was like where like the old town used to be, because I guess back in the day when the town was trying to like protect itself, it's obviously easier to see from higher up, and as you can tell, pretty high up right now, and you can even go higher than where we are.
Way higher. There's like a giant staircase like leading like straight up.
But we're not sure if we want to do that.
I don't know if I have that energy at the moment.
Because look at Gabby's outfit. It was a let's going out outfit, not a let's climb all these stairs and do a hike outfit.
Yeah, and we still climbed a lot of stairs. There's a lot more to the top.
These are the stairs that we were talking about, so I feel like we got a pretty good view from where we're at.
Yeah, it seemed nice from this high up.
We came to this little bar from right next to the Dalt Villa called Isla Cantanita. We definitely cannot pronounce it.
Anyway, it's super cute. They have all of these like amazing signs and like the window, so we had to come get something.
But
Of
then
course, we had to get sangria.
I tried to order half a liter of sangria, but I think they brought us a big one, so gonna be
a
chugging.
Volando vengo por el camino.
Walking around Ibiza at night.
After having some sangria.
Everyone usually parties here, but Gabby and I feel like we had so much sangria at happy hour, I'm gonna call it. That we don't know if we can do what the locals do.
I don't know. Like, I want to go somewhere, but we're not partiers. And for Shanna and I, having like one drink,
that's like it. That's like us partying.
We did it. We partied, we went out, we did the whole thing. Like, done.
But we'll see what happens. You never know.
We'll see.
I will say it is very beautiful here at night, and I feel like so far we're really liking it a lot here, like a lot more than we thought we were going to like it.
Yeah, I think so far this is a place that has really surprised us because in our minds we just thought like this is so party, we're never going to actually go there. We wound up here and now we're like it's not as party as we thought. It probably is very party, but
like when you walk around this area, yeah, there's definitely more to it. I feel like that's the part that we did not expect.
Yeah, and we're very impressed by it.
Gabby, tell everyone what you just got at the night market.
I got a little ring at the night market.
You
Look
gotta
how
show
pretty.
everyone.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
He had all these like beautiful rings that he made, and I was like, I gotta get one. So nice.
It was only 20 euros.
Which is amazing.
Also, we did not know that this night market existed, but it is amazing.
That's why you always wander around, always.
So now we're continuing to wander because we found this cute street right here. So we're like, let's just go down that.
We finally made it to the beach.
Finally, and it's actually the kind of beach we were expecting to see in Ibiza, and it looks so beautiful. We cannot wait to go swim in it. But Gabby, do you want to say what?
So excited.
What happened this morning?
So we took a taxi here because that's just what made sense, like from the boat to the bus to the taxi. Okay, so anyway, we thought, okay, you need cash. So we went to an ATM and immediately the ATM ate my card, literally. And Shanna and I were like,
oh no.
So that wasn't great. And then after that situation was solved, which is that
basically,
I had to cancel my card, right? Yeah. Anyway, then we get in a taxi and it has a card reader, so.
We didn't even need to do that.
You know, life sometimes.
But anyway, it doesn't matter because this is what we're gonna be doing for the rest of the day, and then all we need to figure out is how to get back. Okay, so the beach that we decided to come to today is called Calaconti, and it is absolutely beautiful here. We just sunscreened and we're literally about to go jump in the water.
Yeah, we have to get in the water right away.
Gabby, what do you think of this beach?
I love it. It's so nice. It's beautiful. I feel like there's so many people swimming and the water is so clear.
It's so clear and so nice.
And there's like a few different areas where you can sit. I feel like we got a good area, but like if I look in the distance, there's like more people on the water in a different area.
And there's also, I think that's a restaurant up there. I'm pretty sure. So if you're hungry, which we might have to do later, we didn't have any breakfast today because we just wanted to go to the beach. I feel like in general, we're really liking Ibiza. Like way more than we thought we were going to. I think we kind of mentioned it last night, but just like we thought maybe it would be like a little too party vibes for us, but actually we absolutely love it here.
I would 100% come back here. I feel like there's so much more to explore than we're going to be able to do in like the 2 days that we have, but I'm glad that I feel like we've gotten to do a lot already. I love this beach. I don't want to leave.
Okay, so it's a little bit later now, and this beach just got so crowded. Like we realized it's a Saturday, so that's probably why.
I mean, it's really popular, but it is a great beach. It's packed.
But it's just crazy because when we got here at like 10 a.m. there was like a lot of like spots on the sand open. Now there's like hardly any.
Hello. Hi.
So as you can tell, we are no longer at the beach.
Yeah, we literally just left the beach.
Thank you. Thank you.
We literally just left the beach and then we got in a cab. Well, we got in a taxi. And then
Yeah, I would say the taxi is the best way to get around Ibiza if you're not gonna like rent your car yourself, because the buses like seem like unreliable and only come like a few times an hour. So we thought it would be kind of hard to like figure out where to get the taxi and like how to hail one, but it's actually really, really easy.
yeah, and also the beach that we were at, like a bunch of taxis were kind of like waiting there because I feel like it was like a popular time of the day to be there, so it made it easier to come back. So now we are starving because we basically didn't eat anything all day, so we're gonna have like, I'm gonna say this is kind of like brunch.
Which is rare for us because we do not always do brunch.
Yeah, we're not usually like brunch girlies, but like this had a lot of like vegan options, so we're doing a little brunch.
We're at this place called Passion, and also I wanted to say that I got these glasses last night at the night market. They're only 25 euros and they're so nice. Like the color's so nice and like they were like polarized in the middle. Okay, so we decided after lunch to walk up to the Castle of Ibiza, and if you can't tell by us huffing and puffing,
We're winded.
It was a steep walk, and it's really hot because it's like 2 p.m. so it's like the height of the
Yeah, this is
sun.
like the hottest time of day, but there was no way for us to really avoid it today, so we're just like,
It is what it is.
but it's awesome up here. There's so many amazing views.
We love it up here, and I feel like this is pretty like quick walk from the old town. So
Yeah,
if
this
you're
was quick. This was easier,
It's just
I think,
steep.
up than the walk that we did last night, but it was like just hot this time.
Hello! So if you can't tell, we're back on the ship now. And we're actually going from Ibiza back to Barcelona, which means that our cruise is like almost over.
Yeah, it's basically over because we just have tonight, and then tomorrow, like, we disembark the ship at like 9 a.m. So that's like pretty early, which means that like now that we've left Ibiza and set off, we're on our way back.
But I feel like we need to give you like kind of like our full rundown of like what we thought about being on the cruise, because this is part 2. So if you haven't seen part 1, it's going to be the video right before this, but basically this is our first time doing a cruise together, and like we're not the kind of people that typically like to travel the way that like cruises travel, so we weren't sure if we were gonna like it or not. So what do you think our final thoughts are, Gabby?
I think we did really like it. I don't know if this would be like my preferred form of traveling, but I will say that this Virgin cruise has been amazing, and I've loved being on this cruise. Like any cruise I've done in the past compares nothing to this Virgin cruise. That's 100%.
I feel like for me, like I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Like I kind of thought that like, you know, it'd be fun to visit all these places, but maybe I wouldn't really like actually being on the ship. And I feel like it really surprised me how much I actually really liked being on the ship. Like I feel like we're gonna have to do like maybe like a whole separate video, or maybe like on TikTok or something of like
Yeah.
our full like pros and cons.
Or maybe both. Maybe we'll do like a YouTube video about it.
if
and
you're
TikTok.
interested.
Yeah.
But basically, like, I feel like there are a lot of pros to being on the ship. Like, basically, like, being able to, like, kind of do whatever you want to do during the travel time. Like, if you're on a plane, you're stuck in, like, a very small seat for, like, whatever travel time you have between destinations. But here, you can go to the pool, you can lay out on the sun deck, you can lay in bed, you can watch a movie, you could, like, play games. Like, you can go to events. Like, there's
Like,
just
you
so
kind of
much to do.
It's kind of like you get more out of your time that you're spending traveling, which is really, really nice. So maybe like we'll be like at sea for like overnight, but instead of being like on a plane, like with all of your stuff and like having to deal with airports and whatnot. And also like being in one room is really nice. It's like this room has felt like our home for like 7 days, literally.
Which is really nice because typically if you're going to go to like multiple destinations on the same trip, like for example, we went to like 2 different countries and we went to islands. Like if you're going to go to those places, you're going to stay at different accommodations each time. And with a cruise, you have all of your stuff in one room and you just keep going back to the cruise ship at the end of the night. So all your stuff is there and it's really, really convenient to not have to like wheel your stuff around or repack your bag, all that kind of stuff.
So convenient. But anyway, I guess we'll probably make a video talking about all of this like more in depth, but I think like overall, it's been a really, really good experience. There's of course a few things that we didn't love, or that it's like not exactly like how we like to travel, or like we find inconvenient that maybe we don't have enough time in each place we want to be at to go like as far as we'd like to go like in that destination. But I feel like overall, it's been so fun, and I'm so glad that we got to come on this Virgin cruise and get to experience it. And I highly recommend, if you are a cruise person or feel like you want to try it, coming on a Virgin Voyages cruise. Like we said, it's amazing here. The rooms are so nice. Like our room is amazing.
Yeah, I also think if you like have like a disability or an accessibility issue, or you're traveling with someone who does, a cruise is a really good way to travel and still get a really good experience. Like we've seen so many people like in wheelchairs or crutches on this boat, and they've been having like such a good time, and we just think it's like so awesome that like they could travel in like this way and be able to have all the experiences that like other people have, you know?
And get to experience each place. Like for almost every destination, we got off the boat and there was like a car that you could take or like
a shuttle bus.
A shuttle bus.
Yeah.
Or, other than in Mallorca, every place had that. So that's really, really convenient for if you have accessibility issues and you want to be able to travel and see the world still.
So I feel like overall, we really had a good time on this cruise. We're kind of a little bit sad that it's over, but we're also really excited to go back to Barcelona because we were already there for like one night and we already loved it there.
And we're excited to get to explore there more, but definitely do feel a little sad leaving the cruise, which does tell you that we had a really good time because normally Shanna and I, if we're over something,
we're like, let's go.
Bye.
But anyway, we're going to end this video here, but you still have one more video from us coming, and that's going to be our Barcelona video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon with another video. Bye!